director of Branar Theatre the Fáistí, and we're based in Galway in the west of Ireland. This is the boy, and you might recognise him from our show How to Catch a Star. He's giving you a little wave there. Hi, how's it going? Hi. Yes. Hello. No, I had to calm down. So the boy is a tabletop puppet, which means that he is operated always on top of a table. Okay? The way we operate them is with a handle and with a thumb hole in the back of the head for us to be able to operate the head and bring them to life. So he's an example of one of those types of puppets. He doesn't have any knees, notice, because that's the style of character that he has. But he's still able to walk quite easily, aren't you? Yeah, and he can go backwards. Okay, I'm just going to put you down over here for a second. So I'm going to put him to one side. Another type of puppet we have is an Seanar Beag. And he's more like an old man, more like a human. And same, he has a handle at the back and he has thumb indentation on his head for us to be allowed to move him. And he can walk like this. He can look out. Also, hello. Yeah, okay. Come back here now for a second, sir. What we're going to do today is we're going to show you, well, I'm going to show you how to make a puppet completely from newspaper. And we're going to be able to make that puppet come to life like these beautiful puppets here. Ready to start? Okay. I'm going to help you make a simple puppet just using newspaper. These are the things you're going to need. You're going to need some newspaper. You're going to need some tape. Any type of tape. If you have this, masking tape we call it, if you have this, it's perfect for the job. You might need a pencil, a big one and a small one, and you will need a black marker or a blue marker or any sort of a marker that makes a mark. It's up to you. Let's start. At any stage during this workshop, when I begin to make things, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little pause, and that means that you can press pause, get the things you need, and then once you come back, we're going to be ready to start to build together. Okay? So we have our newspaper, we have our tape, and we have our pens. We'll leave them to one side for the moment. Move over there. Tape, move over there. So with the newspaper, I'm going to ask you to move over there a little bit as well, because we might just bump you and we don't want to do that. Okay, with the newspaper, what you want to do is maybe get 2 sheets at a time. So there's 1 and 2, and we are going to open it out. Move that over there for a second, and that to there. Open it out like this so that the 2 pages are facing you. It's opened like this. So it's nice and wide. Okay, so what we want to do. So we're going to kind of fold it and fold it over. And then you're going to roll it, okay? And try and make it nice and tight as you can. And when you get to there, you can twist it. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to use our first bit of tape. But first of all, what you need to do is find the middle. So it's kind of balanced there. Okay, there's the middle there. And fold it over. Don't worry if you're not perfect. You can always cut a bit off the end. There, that looks right to me. That looks right to me. And we'll just squish it there and squish it there. Okay, good. One piece. 1 and 2. And there's one I've done already out here. I'm going to take it in. Sorry now for knocking you over, mister. So with this piece here, it's already rolled up. You see, it's the same. Okay, so 2 pieces. We're going to roll it up. Don't worry if it rips, because after ripping on me there, and I'm not worried. I'm not worried if I rip at all. Okay. There. Great. Great. Okay. So, this piece now is different, because what we're going to do with this is we're going to fold it. We're going to try and make a little ring. Okay. It looks like the letter B. Okay. So it goes like this. So we've got the letter B, and then we've got this one, and they're kind of like a V. Okay. Okay. Right, so now we need our tape. Hello, tape. What we're going to do with the tape is we are going to just seal this guy up a little bit. So we'll start with this one. Just get your little B and just get the tape around it and fold it over so that you're just tying it up. Okay, so that's that tied up there. I'm happy enough with that for the moment. Now, you take one of these and you put it down through the leg, okay? Through the letter B, and that's going to make your legs. Okay, so it should look like this. Got it? Great. And then this one is going to go through here. But instead of hanging, this one can go kind of forward like that. I can go there as well. They are... So now it's starting to look a little bit like a human of some sort, or a robot. So what we're going to do now is we're going to seal it up. So if we're happy that the legs are the same length, they should be there, okay? They look good. And what we're going to do is get some tape and just put it around the middle here and go for it. Wrap it nicely around there. Any type of tape. Sellotape will do the same job. Scotch tape, whatever you have. Okay, and just for now, we're going to just put a little bit around the bottom of these legs. Let's keep them from flapping around on me. Okay, get this guy here. Stop it from flapping around on me. If I'm doing this too fast for you, you can pause and come back and catch up. Okay? Okay, great. We're going to do the same with the arms. A little bit around just to seal them up a bit. Great. Okay, now with the arms, what we need to do here is we're going to have to try and make a little shoulder. So I'm going to do something here where it goes under his armpit, or her armpit, whatever you decide for yours. Just to make it a little bit stronger here. There. And the same on the other side. Because these are the areas that are going to be bending a lot, and the tape is quite good at just giving it that little extra bit of strength. Plus, you can give it a scrunch and the tape helps. Now, okay, so, are you good at doing tape? Let's see. We're going to have to feed the tape through what's left of the little hole there. Through here. Come on, tape. Come on through. Okay. And we're going to get it up over the arm on one side. See it there? My overhead camera will pick this up. And over here and around. See, get it around. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Great. And now, like a kind of an X, what we're going to do is this. We'll put the tape over there, around that side. That's that done. It's like the puppet has already starting to get clothes on them. It's like a fancy kind of a shirt. Okay, great. Yeah. That looks good to me. So you can do this now because it's a little bit stronger. Okay, great. Hey, it's quite tall. Hello. Okay, it's good. Now, we're going to move down to the knees. Well, not the knees, but just above the hips here. Do the same thing because we're going to need these hips to be able to move also. Because that's where your puppet is going to do all of their walking. And that is kind of essential that these are nice and strong because you don't want their legs to tear off in the middle of your story if that's not part of your story. If it's part of your story, well, that's good too. Okay. Now, just do a little bit more here to stop the legs from wobbling around in there. Okay. That is the body, the shoulders, and the hips done. Okay, starting to look good. Let's see now where we go. Okay, next job is we're just going to wrap this around the legs all the way down, just to give them a little bit more strength. All the way down. And it gets you all the way to the bottom down there. Same on the other side. If you don't have lots of tape, you don't want to waste it, you could just do this where the hips are and where the knees are and where the ankles are. But I have enough tape, so I'm going to do it like this. Okay. Good. Legs, we can do the same. I'm going to show you what to do if you don't have loads of tape. So with the arms, I'm just going to do the elbows, do 2 wraps around the elbow, and same on the other side, elbow here, 2 wraps around, and it should be fine. And you'll see now exactly what I mean. Leave this area here for a second. So what we have now is we need to make this puppet kind of keep the legs in a bit. Okay, so there we have it. We just scratch it like that. Same here. I can bend now where the tape is. You can bend it a bit, and you can bend a bit here as well. Give you some elbows. Already the puppet is doing some movement for us. I'm going to say that this here, this side is the front. And just for me to remember, I'm just going to put 1 piece of tape all down the front. Because later on we'll be able to draw some stuff on that. Okay, let's do it now for some fun. Okay, so we're going to give him some buttons on his give him a coat. I'm generally not the person who makes the puppets, so my artist skills are not the best. I'm going to put a belt here. There. That's a belt and a coat. I think it's amazing. I think that's probably the nicest coat I've ever seen on a puppet. Okay. Let's make the head. Okay, so if you have some paper left over, roll it into a ball. And I would like you now to say, take your pencil that I was telling you about and just kind of stick the pencil into the center of the ball like that, and just, let's see, do you have a center? And then that pencil is going to go down into the puppet's neck like that, and so that means we're going to be able to turn his head. It gives us a pivot joint. Okay, so just be careful when you're doing this, but always kind of when you're sticking it in, make sure you don't have your hand there because it'll get into your hand and you'll know all about there with pain. So I generally will hold the head like that and just stick it to, it doesn't need to go all the way through, but it just goes to there, but that should be enough. Okay, again, we're going to wrap this in some tape. Okay, wrap the head in tape. The puppet can start to look like a bit of an Egyptian mummy. You know those guys all covered in bandages. But don't worry, you can decorate it any way you like. Okay, great. So basically we're making a ball with the tape and the paper. There we go. And figure out where, that's where I had my, that's where I had the pencil, alright? So I just make a little divot there. And now, like a bit of sculpting, what you might want to be able to do here is this, I'm deciding that this piece of the face, this looks like the face. Scrunch it up here a little bit, try and make a nose. Scrunch the paper and the tape, try and make a nose, and then just get my pencil again and push in there and push in there. And that's going to give us two little holes for eyes. You can also, see, we've got a nose and eyes now. So, we have our puppet made. His arms work, his legs work, he has a body painted, and what I decided was he was a little bit too tall. So what I did was I just cut, with the scissors, I cut some off his legs, just to make him a little bit more manageable. Now it's up to you what height you want to have your puppet. If you want it tall, leave it tall. Okay. I also chopped a little bit off the arms because I like the arms to be able to come in to the waist height there. Now we're left with this thing sticking up here, and this is really handy because this is going to be our handle. This is how we're going to be able to hold the puppet. If you see with the puppets that we use, we have a handle there that we can hold the puppet up, and you can move the head that way. So there's that loop kind of handle on the boy, and also on the Seanar Beag it's kind of more like a hook handle. So we're going to try and make something like that with our paper puppet. Take the, we call it the neck, right? And what you want to do is fold it over, get your finger, so you can get your finger in there. You should have enough room for your finger. You see that? Hello? And once you think that you have enough room there for your finger, you're going to get your tape and just tape it down. So, we get it here, tape it down, just one last check, put the tape over like that, just do one last check, make sure you have enough room for your finger, and then tape it when you're happy. Okay, so I'm going to put a bit of tape there, and I'm also going to put another bit of tape just there. Okay, and if it rolls over onto the arms, under the armpits, that's fine because it'll just give that a little bit more stability. Okay, now look, we're able to hold our puppet up, and we're able to do that with one hand. With our thumb, we're going to be able to operate the head. And I'm going to show you how to connect the head now. Take a pencil, take our head. So I drew kind of like a little, with my marker, I drew some eyes on him, and I gave him glasses because I have glasses, and I thought maybe the puppet wanted glasses. And I put a little neutral mouth here. So when the mouth is smiley, the puppet can only smile. But if the mouth is neutral, you can impose feelings on him. So if you look at this guy, he's got a little straight mouth, but during the show, it looks like he's actually smiling. Yes, it does. And the same with Seanar Beag, his mouth is quite neutral. It's a little his face is a little different, more like a human's, but his mouth is still quite neutral. Can't say that word. Okay, so we tried this already. So what we're going to do is that's where our pencil goes into the head, and that allows the head to turn around like a human's head. Okay, what we're going to do with the pencil, take the sharp end of the pencil and through the neck piece, have a look and see where is the center. That's kind of like the center. You don't want the head to be over to one side. And then just get your pencil and dig down into that paper. It should go down quite easily, like that's perfect. And leave about this much sticking up. And with that much, you're going to get your head facing the wrong way, turn it around, and there we go. We have a puppet, and we are able to manipulate it. Look, we are able to put our finger in there, thumb to his head, and all of a sudden, we're able